I don't want to talk.
Breaking Beige is the journey of three 30-something mums trying to figure out who the hell they are post-babies. We can't be the only ones who feel like this. Who the fuck are we now? Just a mamas wearing thin? We want more. Finding our strengths, ditching the activewear and washing our hair. This is the journey of how we will gain our self-worth back and inspire you to do the same. Break the beige. Be a hot bitch.
I don't want to talk.
Morning, girl.
Morning, team.
Hey. How are we?
Good.
Good. I'm excited about today.
How are you, Kate?
I'm excited about today.
Are you?
Well, no, yeah, I totally am because it's not about me. So I love that.
It's about Renee. Yay. The queen of skin.
So today's episode's all about the questions that you guys sent in for Renee around skin health. Mm-hmm. So this is exciting.
It is.
So everybody who sent in questions, what we've had to do, because there was so many questions, we sort of had to collate the questions that were all similar and kind of just bring them all together.
Well, they've got similar answers, so
yeah.
answer them together.
If your question comes up but it's kind of worded differently, that's why. But do you guys want to start with ins and outs?
Ins and outs. Go, Gina.
Stop looking at me. All right, I just was talking to you guys about this. I was doing a little tidy up of my eyebrows this morning, and then I was like, what's this? What's this little guy? And I had a little nose here, and I was like, sticking out. And I was like, no.
Rogue
And I was like, oh, that's fine, got the tweezers. And I like pulled it out and then my eyes just started watering. And then I was like, how many more of these things can I get? But that's my out this week, is the rogue nose hairs. So.
I can stick a bit of wax up there and we can
Oh my
just like,
God.
I have seen so many good videos of that and it like doesn't
very
come
satisfying.
out.
Oh no, I would
And
never
they
do
get
that.
stuck. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You're
It's
really
so
selling
good.
it to me.
Yeah, definitely
I
do
will
it.
not be coming
Tina.
for a wax.
It's a great call.
Oh my God. My in this week is just people in my life. You guys, my family, my village, my sister, my mum, Sam's parents, Sam, my kids, everyone,
Sam.
the gym girls. Just everyone.
Shut up.
Shout out to my people. I won't turn it into an Academy Awards speech. Thank
Start
you, God.
the music. Someone start the music.
Just people, because I feel like sometimes the weeks are overwhelming, but when you come back to people and how awesome they are, we always encourage people to find their people, and I'm thrilled that I have mine. So that's 100%
good one, Gina.
and I'm excited about today, and I'm so excited to learn more from Renee.
No pressure.
Speaking of pressure.
Wealth of knowledge. Do you want to do yours?
You can go.
Haven't prepped. So amped on this. My out is another gem of a comment from Ted this morning, which was, well, it's actually not, it's fucking funny, so I'm into it. He was like, Mum, you look like Johnny from Sing. He's wearing a leather jacket.
Oh, no.
And I was like, cool, I look like a giant gorilla. I'm so pleased
Add
about
Angry
that.
Bird on top of that, the layers.
With Angry Bird eyebrows. I'm into that. And my in is watching through the episode that we recorded last week about trauma. For everybody who has watched that was really super, super difficult for us to record. And it brought up a lot of re-brought up emotions, but that's such a good thing. And then we all kind of got a little Band-Aid from that, eh? We were all like,
I
this is a
definitely
good
did.
thing.
Yeah.
We will talk about that a little bit later, but that was a real good little healing moment for me and also for my husband when he watched it. That's a massive in. And I got my period, so I'm not a bitch anymore.
I told you those days before, and then you're good. You're back. It's good to have you back, Kate. Welcome back.
I'm back. So that's my ins and outs.
They're good ones. My in was I went to my cousin's 30th in the weekend, and it was a dress-up party like the 90s, and just to feel good. Like, I don't know, not everyone might feel like this, but like my cousins are like your first best friends. And so we could honestly probably see each other maybe once or twice a year now. We don't like catch up every week. We don't see each other regularly. But when we do, I just like got into the hall. It was like a hall party in the middle of the farm. And I was like, I'm here. This is so fun. And like everyone's super musical. We were on the dance floor all night singing and dancing. And yeah, so my family and my cousins and like having something to look forward to.
Can you tell us what you dressed up as? Like?
I wore
With
a
your
boob
abs.
tube.
With your abs, tell us what you dressed up.
Hardly, just the top half of my tummy. Those jeans were Hoys and like big thick black belt, wrap around,
She
like
dressed
plaid
up as
top.
Left Eye from TLC, like
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, it was fun. I'd like to dress like that all the time.
Boy wouldn't have any pants. You'd have to fit into your 501s.
Not happening. And my out, especially the last couple of weeks, is, I'm sure people can relate, is every single day thinking about what to cook for dinner.
Oh, this is my out.
Yeah, Gigi can
I
relate.
changed my out. This is my out.
Like, it's just like I was more organised with dinners when my kids were little because I was home. I'm like, right, we'll have a lasagna and we'll have a roast meal and everything, every time after school during the week they've got something on and I'm like, oh, omelettes or wraps, and I'm trying to still be healthy and give the kids nutrition, but I've got 10 minutes to cook dinner before bedtime and it's feeling overwhelming. But bring on the school holidays.
Yeah. Don't forget that the omelettes and the wraps, that's all good, healthy,
Super,
wholesome
100%.
food. That'll be okay.
There's also a few like cheese on toast and, spaghetti and
Mate,
baked beans.
we do that too. When I
We
cook,
all
that's what
do
we
it.
have. When Sam cooks, it's gourmet, but yeah. No,
Shot Sammy.
but that's okay.
So that's my out, cooking dinner, not into it.
Valid.
Yes.
Valid out.
Outfits of the day. Go, Gina.
I'm wearing a lovely wheat bag, which is keeping me nice and warm. I don't know the brand of it. But here it is.
Super stylish.
What I'm rubbing on my lap. I'm wearing a white classic shirt from, I think it's Jack and Mookie is how you say it. It's from Maiden. I'm wearing 501s and I'm wearing just some white sneakers, which are just I think you say Supergas. I don't know how to say anything that I'm wearing, but yeah.
It looks great.
Yeah, and I've got my beautiful maid earrings on from Amber.
Cute.
Very good. Kate?
I'm dressed as Johnny, so I've got
Who's your Harley?
I've just got a little bodysuit on from Cotton On. I've got a Zara leather jacket on and standard black 501s.
Looks
Some
great.
dirty old chucks.
Awesome.
Dirty old chucks.
Dirty old chucks,
Looking
mate.
great.
You look great, Johnny.
Thanks.
You're going to have to sing us a song at the end.
Oh my God. No one would
Are
listen.
you talking about Johnny from Sing?
Yeah.
Yes. How good is that?
Yeah.
That goes to show how much Sam
Favourite
listens to
movie.
us because you said that at the start.
He's my favourite.
It's
He
so
is,
good,
he's
eh?
the man. He's the man.
It's Johnny.
All right, Renee, what are you wearing?
I
Trish
have
Sam.
got a shirt on from Max, linen shirt from Max. Also wearing my maid earrings from Amber, 501s, black 501s, and Moochie boots today.
Cute.
outfit.
Right, let's crack on with this.
Thank you.
I know you're all itching to hear it, guys. So what we're going to do is me and Gina are going to ask Renee the questions. She's all over this. She's nervous, but she's all over it. So we're just going to go through step by step. We don't want to like bore you guys too much, but this is a full skin chat. So if you're not into it,
Get out.
get out. Get off
Go
the
and watch
bus.
Sing instead and check out Kate featuring.
Go watch Sing too. Okay, do you want to start, Gina?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Question number 1, Renee. Best treatment for perioral dermatitis.
That's why I didn't want to do the first question because I didn't know how to say it.
But also, before you answer that one, can you just go into what that is?
What is perioral dermatitis?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, sure. So I have seen a lot of this in the last 2 years. So perioral dermatitis is an inflammation around the chin and the mouth, and it can look different. It doesn't, like, not all perioral or oral dermatitis looks the same. But my concern around that is that why have I seen lots of that in the last 2 years? And I've talked to another skin specialist about it, and she sees the same. And some, I'm not going to be like have a theory, but around COVID, whether it's that or the stress around that,
Face masks?
you know,
At home
like
ones? You mean like at home face masks? You mean? Oh, you mean
No,
wearing
like
them?
wearing
Oh,
a-
got ya. I thought you meant because people at home they're doing their own. They should go to Renee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
like no like rhyme or reason, and I'm not saying that is why, but I have seen so much of it, and especially in women our age, you know, like mid to late 30s. So anyway, when it's really, really inflamed, there is products that can be used, but generally if somebody comes and they're like, it's just so sore, I can't put anything on it, you have to go back to the basics.
Yeah.
If it is really bad, I get someone to go on and do a bout of antibiotics, because to be honest, that's the only way that it can clear. But I have got lots of products that can be used while it isn't inflamed, because like your gut and your body, your skin is the largest organ of your body. And like your gut, you've got like good bacteria, bad bacteria, and you need to protect your skin.
Yep.
So I'll go on to that other question that's saying with perioral dermatitis, they have it and they're finding that they can't use any actives. So, you know, like your retinol and your stronger products, but you can use that when you're not flared up. But when it is flared up, you have to go back to the basics. So if it's really, really sore,
So what's basics? Is that just like cleanse up, moisturizer?
well, even cleansers can be irritated.
Okay.
So like cold compresses on the skin, and just like, again, like internal health is really important. Really good essential fatty acids, getting on good zinc, drinking lots of water, stress maintenance, which is easier said than done, to help with all of this. Yes, Sam?
Does sugar feed dermatitis?
I wouldn't say it feeds it, but then going back to, which I will do in a lot of this chat, is going back to anti-inflammatory foods or inflammatory
Sugar
foods.
is inflammatory.
Sugar, dairy, gluten. So really kind of narrowing it down and cutting back things in your diet. Again, this still might flare up, and like all skin conditions, it's not an overnight quick
Solution,
fix.
yeah.
It is like a journey. You have to invest in it, and it takes time. And so what could cause one person's perioral dermatitis might not be the same for another person.
Yeah.
People go about like cutting fluoride out of toothpaste. I'm on the fence with that one, but like getting down to the nitty gritties about your skin.
Yep.
So I say treat your skin in phases, like soothe and calm your skin. So even right down to like the cold compresses, use your basics, get on some antibiotics and clear it, and then heal, your skin's healed, and then you bring up and then you start treating your skin condition.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So that kind of answers that one as well.
Yeah. And what from that point, once, you know, things are cleared up a little bit better,
Yeah.
at what point, would they come to you, or at what point from there would you suggest to look after that skin and protect that from coming back? Or
So a really good one is your LED light. So you can actually buy LED lights to use at home, but an LED treatment is so healing on the skin. So your red light is really good. And using like a B3, like it's niacinamide is the technical term for it, but it's really helps to soothe and protect your skin. There's a real good B3 serum that you can be using, and that also can help with anti-aging as well. So there are ingredients and products out there that can help soothe and protect your skin, but also can help with anti-aging as well. I like to try, and if I can see it before it's fully inflamed, where you have to go on antibiotics, there are treatments and products that can work.
So in terms of that, is it important for you to see every stage of the
Yes. Yeah.
dermatitis? So if it's, you want to see it sort of at the start, you want to see it after it's been cleared up, and then you want to, you know, re-recommend things, or
Totally.
Yeah,
Like, and that's the importance of seeing a skin specialist or skin therapist to like help guide you through that, because your skin changes at all times.
okay.
So that is, really important.
Okay. Next question.
Sure.
This is a big one. Are supermarket brands okay? What is the most basic skincare I can use?
Really, really, really good question. And it's definitely something that I am getting a lot in the salon at the moment as well because, price of living is going up. And, if someone is using good skincare, sometimes that can be one of the first things that's cut out of a skincare. I mean, out of your budget. But it goes against everything that I'm about to recommend like products from a supermarket. 21 years in the industry and they just are not the same. So they're mass produced, right? So like you get a product and you put it on your skin and it might feel really nice, but unless you've got a skin specialist to kind of guide you through that. Like you might start and you've kind of got hormonal teenage skin. Then you've like in your 20s, I've seen adult acne and all that kind of stuff. Now you go through to after you're having children, hormonal things, pigmentation, anti-aging. Like if you're not having someone to advise you on that and someone that knows about it, then you're not going to get those results. So we have seen, like I've taken someone on a skin journey and their skin is looking immaculate and they come in and they're like, I couldn't afford it this month, so I went and got a supermarket, but why is my skin doing this? I'm like, well, it's because you've kind of like, it's not something that you can get your skin looking good and then back off and use something else. Yeah. And it's hard to give that advice because it's, like it is a quick fix, but it's like, if you were seeing a nutritionist, they're not going to say go and get, vitamins from the supermarket. And the same with me, I'm not going to say go get skincare from the supermarket. And we have such thorough training, like days and days of like practical, and they go into all the ingredients and all the skin types, and you can't get that from a drugstore or a supermarket. So I can't advise on that. Sorry.
So not even
I knew you were going to challenge me on this.
No, I get it. I 100% get it. And having been in an industry like this before as well, like hairdressers won't recommend supermarket shampoos. Like it's relevant in every industry. So it's not just you being a
diva,
Harry. But I totally get that. So if, say, somebody could only afford a product, a salon product, what would be that product? Like, can we still use a cleanser from the supermarket or just look at it?
No. One only product. One, if I had to choose, would have to be a moisturizer. But then you need to use a good sunblock. But there are sunblocks out there, especially if you're worried about pigmentation and anti-aging. Well, the biggest cause of that is the sun. So if you're not protecting yourself properly from the sun, it's only going to get worse. But there's some really amazing moisturizers out there that now have actives, and you've got all your different vitamins in there that are going to help with your concerns by just using, and you'll notice a change in your skin by just using one professional product. And I think, like, for me personally, when I have someone to come in, and I encourage you to do this, if you're feeling overwhelmed and you go into a skin salon or want to go and talk to someone and you're just like, oh my goodness, this lady's laid out all these products and it's worth $500. Like, that is overwhelming. I would really appreciate if someone came in the honesty and just said, I don't have a massive budget, I'm worried about this. Because then it just, from the start, we know where we're going with this.
Yeah, you know where you stand.
You know where you stand. I don't work in a big city and we're in like a small little kind of village and I know most people. So I'm like, pay it off at $20 a week, like sort out payment plans, not even through Genoa Pay or whatever it is. Just make an automatic payment to my account and I'll get you on some really good skincare and help your skin, and it's not going to break the bank. So
I love that.
I think something that you did with me too, which was really good, was I started out like that, like, I don't really want Bash to see the credit card and see all of it. But I was like, you'd set me up with like one product and then the next month I'd like invest in another one.
Yeah.
And then maybe 2 months later I'd get another one. But the good thing about that is that they all they don't all run out at the same time. So it's just like, you know, every, say 3 months later, I'd rebuy the first product, but my other products are still going. So it's not like all the time you're spending.
And those products.
But also,
oh, you go.
sorry.
No, you're right.
Also, don't feel guilty. Like, you deserve it. If you want to go and spend money on your skin makes you feel so good.
Yeah, I agree.
Part of your health as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I was going to say as well that those products that you've got in there as well, they actually last a lot longer than a lot of other products. And because the quality of the ingredients is so good, you don't need as much.
Yeah, they're so concentrated, eh?
Yeah. But it's valid what you said about how things, if they run out at different times, that's actually more helpful too. Because sometimes, you know, it's like 2 will run out and you're like, no! And you're like cutting the container open and you're getting out the little bits at the bottom and you're like, I'm sorry, I took you for granted.
But you keep an eye out for, like, you know, we do gift with purchase and like buy a moisturizer, get this half price. And, you know, like, again, I said we do a little bit different because I'll be like, yeah, you come and grab it and just pay it off as you go. So we do have a slightly different system that we offer. But yeah, keeping an eye out for those kind of specials as well, that you can kind of get a product for free.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm all about the free. And then just going back, I think Kate asked you earlier as well. So if someone like how Kate said she came in, she's like, if I can just afford one product, can you tell us what that product would be and then what the next one and the next one would be potentially? As a blanket for everyone,
and not everyone's
individually.
different.
Yeah.
So it's kind of not a one size fits all. Yeah. And that's even like about this whole chat, like these questions and even the answers, it's not a one size fits all. Like, I really need to see the skin. Honestly, me personally, and I kind of wanted to say this at the start, like, this is my opinion and this is what I have seen in my years of being a skin therapist. When people are wanting to see results straight away, you can go back to the basics and go and buy 3. What I like to do, to offer people, is go and buy baby flannels or face cloths, call them face cloths, because they're gentle. And a big thing with your skin, if you're not cleansing properly, especially with acne and things like that, you know, people sometimes just rinse their skin with water. Well, it's not enough. You need to cleanse twice. So first cleanse either takes your makeup or your sunblock and like the pollutants for the day. You take that off your skin, and then your second cleanse, you're actually cleansing your face. So face
my
cloths.
mum was right all these years.
Really
Get
was.
a flannel.
Yeah, and it just goes a long way.
Use them, hey? There's always flannels on the bed when you say something. You're like, what's
I mean,
that
you
for?
do have to wash them in between.
Yeah, okay.
But so, like, I love using the cleanser. I think it's valid. But if you can use a face cloth, and then I would like, you know, so you need to have a sunblock. I can't stress that enough. And the sunblock needs to have zinc in it. So that would be my second, moisturizer sunblock. And then if you're wanting those results, getting into using a serum specific for your skin concern, you know, whether you go into a retinol, which is your vitamin A, which is really good for like anti-aging, pigmentation, even acne, spot treatments, where then you've got someone coming in and they've got quite, you know, like active acne, then you can go and get them on a salicylic serum and then they can spot treat. Someone's feeling quite dull and sallow, you know, like you get them on like a Be Hydrated. How is the Be Hydrated that I gave you guys?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty good, eh?
Do you love it, Sam?
Sam's glowy skin. We already run out of it?
No, I use one pump.
One pump.
I'm a one
is
pump
all
man.
You need. So I would say moisturizer, sunblock, then you can go into your serum and your active for your
But
3.
and the cleanser would be, but use the baby cleanser.
Well,
That's pretty
use
good,
a face cloth.
A face cloth.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool, good.
That's helpful because
I use one
Would
pump.
be number one, but then I guess you're right. If your skin's really dry, you need a moisturizer, right?
Yeah. But if you're in someone that loves a routine of that, definitely get a cleanser. But lots of people and lots of these questions are time poor and just can't be fucked, you know? And it's much easier just to kind of grab a flannel and wash your skin properly.
100%.
That's what I do.
And look at Sam's skin.
Look at you.
so glowy.
But I've never really had proper skin problems, so I'm pretty lucky.
Oh, next one. How do I treat hormonal acne post-baby? Best solutions to help chin, jawline breakouts, solutions for monthly hormonal acne. So this is all acne.
Yeah, and I can.
Is everyone just like, fuck off? I should have grown out of this by now. It's not fair.
Yeah, and I've seen lots of it. I do
still
too.
get pimples when I'm like, have my period.
Me too.
And I must say the serum that you gave us. Oh, gosh.
It's serum, not serum.
Right. But yeah, I was full hormonal for that period of time, after you gave it to us. And I reckon it helped heaps. I still got a few pimples, but not the extent that I would usually have got.
Yeah,
So,
it was calming.
I was
real
I
calming
was
on
into
the
it.
skin.
I needed it.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I can really, really sympathize with this. Like, small background, I had full-blown acne when I was 14 years old. Massive reason why I'm in this industry in the first place. So when someone comes to see me, I'm like, oh, I really want to help you, like really badly. We'll get to the bottom and the core of this. But I think an overall health again, along with good skincare, of course, is really important. Go back to the basics. Have some lemon and hot water in the morning. Wash your face, double cleanse all the time. Change your pillowcases.
I was going to ask you about that.
Massive change. Don't touch.
Flannels and pillowcases.
Yeah.
So we need silk pillowcases or like
Well,
what's
at our
Eureka?
age, yeah, sure.
Bamboo.
Don't touch your face. I see people touching like these little fingernails full of bacteria. You should never touch your face unless you're putting something on it or washing it. Never, ever.
Brutal.
Made me itchy. Do
not touch your face. So, and going back to taking zinc is really important. Taking essential fatty acids, really important. And this is a bit of an old school one, especially when you're coming to hormonal acne, is evening primrose oil. Have you heard of that? Mm-hmm. Taking those in capsules to help control and balance out your hormones.
It's like taking fish oil, but way better, right?
For hormones it is. Change pillowcase. Yes, and another big one with acne is, which we've said before, is inflammatory foods. Dairy is massive. And I don't like to say change your diet, but so many of my clients that have had acne and have cut dairy has really helped. High sugar diets is not great for your skin. And so someone say to me, I've got hormonal acne. Well, how do you know it's hormonal acne? How do you know it's hormonal? Is because it comes up in the time of the month, or so hormonal acne is generally around your chin area. Mm-hmm. But down here on your jawline, this is like your fight or flight. This is like your stress hormone down here. And this
Adrenals.
is your adrenals. Yeah. So this is, again, a theory that I go by. So you might go to your doctor or your dermatologist and they don't agree with this theory, but this theory has worked for my clients and my recommendations. So down here is more stress. Mm. So if you're saying I'm getting hormonal acne and it's through here, it might not be hormonal acne. So this is the importance of seeking a specialist and going through that journey,
checked, yeah.
because I have to ask these questions and then we can get to the bottom of it and then we might realise that it's not that at all. Blue LED light, really good for acne, really healing. So we've got LED in the salon and it changes light. So red is super calming and soothing on the skin, and blue is really antibacterial and helps with acne.
That's cool.
Yeah. Did I answer that right?
Yeah, you answered that beautifully.
Does that kind of help with that? But again, there's no, which I think what everyone wants, and I want this, with my health and fitness and how I feel, there's no quick fix. It's a journey. It's about riding the wave, getting amongst it, asking for good advice, and to find someone and build a relationship with your beauty therapist or whatever to fix that, so you can go my clients text me all the time, this has happened, what's happening with my skin? And I have that kind of relationship that I can be oh yeah, hang on, just pop in, I've got 5 minutes, let me have a quick look so we can see what that's about.
That's cool.
So for people that don't live here, can they do a video call with you or something like that? Is this a possibility?
She's like, oh, another thing.
Yeah. Or definitely like send me a few pictures and, like ask questions. Because even me now, we have really good forums and I have really good support, whereas I haven't got stuck in a while because I've seen a lot of skins. But if I did, I could send a skin to like, the rep of a certain company or like I've got really good relationships with other salon owners and be like, oh, I'm a little bit stuck here. Have you seen this before? And this is what I was getting when a lot of that perioral dermatitis was coming through. And I'm like, have you seen lots of this? And she was like, yes, so much. And then we have that conversation to help that client. So like I have that support system to help others as well. If I'm like, I don't know it all. Nobody does, if I'm getting a bit stuck on things. And my staff as well. I've got amazing staff. They're so knowledgeable and we kind of all share and help each other treat client skins.
That's cool. And I think a lot of even products or people, it's so overwhelming out there. I know we're going off track with what I'm saying, but you're on social media, there's all these products and all these people and all these influencers pushing all these different things and they're different every week, right? And I think just like anything in life, I think sometimes we just have to go back to the basics and pick one or two people in a certain area or like a field of expertise and someone who we really trust. And you've got to go in with those people and you've just got to listen to them and try and make it work. Because all the voices get confusing. If I have a skin question, it's Renee. And and I say that because I actually have, been to you and I buy your products and I believe in it, but it's great for me because then I can eliminate all the noise on social media about what I should be using. So I think it's really valid to have, one really good expert, and that goes for anything that you do, I think.
And it's not like I've kind of got that now where people come in and they're like, right, I've had a look online and there has to be this much vitamin C in this serum for it to work. And I'm like, okay, and kind of like gently go along with them, but don't always believe everything that you see online. That's probably like another big thing as well, and ask those questions instead of, you're not always going to get that information. That's somebody's theory of that, which this is my theory of this, but I've had 20 years experience, whereas these people are probably getting paid to sell something.
Oh, for sure.
Not getting confused with that.
Yeah.
I think even the little tips you're giving, like wash your pillowcase, don't touch your face, use a flannel. I'm like, I'm into it.
I'm taking notes. Can we keep these?
But also I always feel really sad for Renee because you're just human, right? No product is going to be like give you perfect skin 100% of the time.
Aww.
And
Renee's like, well, come on.
No, but it doesn't. Like Renee might get a pimple, when she's on her period and she's like, but there's so much pressure for her to look epic every day of every year. And I'm just like, that's
Skin's
so much.
always
She
on
actually
point.
does. Yeah, your skin is always on point. All right. Should we move along?
Yeah. I kind of with the acne. So not while you're pregnant and breastfeeding with adult acne, but a lot of mums come in with their kids and, I sympathise. Like my acne when I had it was like all over my face, my chest, my shoulders, my back. It was, so when they come in and they've kind of exhausted all other options and they say, would you put your child on antibiotics or Accutane? This is it's a niggly question and it is a really hard one. I would like to try and treat it first and exhaust any other options because my concern is long-term effects with these kind of
Side effects.
But I do think there's a place for it when and absolutely needed. But I really, really stress the side effects that it can have. And I think that people need to be really aware of that before putting their 14, 15-year-old child on Accutane.
Yeah.
So it is a conversation to be had with somebody that's either been on it before, and I don't think it happens so much anymore, but say you'd go in, it depends on the doctor and everyone's different, but they go in and they see a few pimples and they're like, here, take Accutane. but not realizing that that kind of like dries up your skin and all the sebum in your skin. So that means like your mouth gets dry, your lips can crack, like and you cannot go in the sun at all, because then you could go, I had a friend that was on it, went to a concert, got her shoulders burnt while on Roaccutane, and she has full freckles all over her shoulders from that one time, because it was super sensitized to the sun.
And also vitamin D on your skin. Like, I know that you talked about wearing sunscreen, but it's so good to get, vitamin D.
So it's got its pros and cons, but because acne can cause like not depression, but you can get really down. Like if your skin is shit all the time, you feel horrible. So you want to kind of get to the bottom of that. But I would find someone with knowledge, maybe that's been on it before, and have a conversation more than just maybe with your doctor. Have a chat and like seek advice about it.
Can it be allergy based?
Acne?
Yeah, like a reaction kind of to like certain food.
It looks different. Like a skin reaction looks different to acne.
I had a mate who had real bad skin, and I think it was something to do with dairy.
Yeah. Well, this is what we're talking about, inflammatory foods.
Listen.
Well done, Sam.
I was listening, but this was more specific.
But yeah, so these are the things I would do before saying go down that road. Hey, try and cut dairy, see how that, but it's not going to happen in a week. You need to do it for a long period of time.
Anti-aging skin tips and tricks. We're all ears.
Listen.
Got my pen.
Write it down. One of my favorite products for anti-aging would be retinol. Getting that into your skincare, but using a really good retinol you can't use without sunblock. Keep moving, keep active, drinking lots of water.
It's over for me, guys.
Lose the caffeine.
It's over.
Go for a run.
Like it's not just like your skin, it's your overall, your whole body, holistic. And then if you're in a situation to do it, getting some professional treatments. Dermapen is amazing, skin peels, and then following that up with really good skincare at home. But again, focusing on your internals, essential fatty acids. Magnesium's another really good one. Zinc, getting that kind of sorted first as well. And then, retinol would be my number one product for anti-aging, personally, that I've found. That has worked really well.
Can I just say I like the way that you actually go for that holistic approach, and that, from the inside out thing as well. Like, it's not just like, you can do whatever you want and eat whatever you want and then just put the products on your face and save yourself. But I like the way that you do that. You go back to basics first. And I think you've touched on that a few times, and I just think that's cool. And it's refreshing to hear that it's, you know what I mean? Sometimes I think people like to sell just products, but it's
definitely
it's
not.
so about going inside out.
Like, your skin is your biggest organ of your body. It covers your whole body. So obviously what's going on the inside is going to affect the way that it looks as well.
Yeah, but the good products are like the icing on the beautiful glowing cake, right?
Apparently.
I think the sleep thing's massive too, because, when you've got little kids, not everybody's got little kids, but, you go through that. I felt like I was so youthful. And then I had kids.
and then you look older every year.
Yeah, every night that I had broken sleep, and the next day you're
massive.
just like, oh God, I'm a prune, I'm shriveling up, and then it just you have extended periods of time of that, years at a time where you just are not getting sleep.
Yeah,
and then it's you talked about it, Gigi. It's like you get into a cycle of, okay, I need coffee, and then I'm going to have sugar, and then I'm, because you're just sleep deprived.
Yeah.
So it's really important, that's real key, is to be asleep between midnight and 4 o'clock in the morning because when you're sleeping, your skin's doing it's rejuvenating, right? That's why your night skincare regime is really important, to have all your good, and you've got your clean pillowcase. So you see night shift workers that have worked a night shift for 30, 40 years, not overall, but genuinely look older than what they actually are, because they're up in the time of night when they're supposed to be sleeping. Yeah. It's really important to sleep, and their bodies are in reverse.
if there's any breastfeeding mums out there or formula feeding or whatever, and you're up and it's 3 a.m, like get
You
the
should be
baby
asleep.
back down, get the baby down, give the baby to dad, save your face. He'll be fine.
Yeah, totally. Sleep is really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all-time favourite professional treatment?
Yeah, so this rolls into another question. So my favourite treatment, unfortunately, is, some people charge $300 for it, as a dermapen treatment, also known as skin needling. So when you get skin needling, so I think I've said this before, when you turn 35, you stop producing collagen in your skin. So everything starts.
All right, 2 years to low.
So when you're doing skin needling, it's almost tricking your skin that there's trauma. So you're needling your skin and all the collagen's coming up to the top of the skin going, oh, I need to fix what's, this trauma that's happening on your skin. And then you're bringing collagen to the top of the skin. So anti-aging, absolutely. Pigmentation you can treat with needling in a more shallow setting, can help the cell turnover and the skin renewal. Really good for acne scarring or acne because, again, helps with the skin renewal and helps, clear it up a bit better. Yep. Is this worth this money? 100%. But also keep an eye out for, again, going back to my salon, there is ways to make it work. Quite often, a one-off dermapen treatment would be incredible, but doing it in a set of 3 or a course of 6, and then you can get it for a better price, so there is ways to make it work. Quite often, again, time poor mum, someone that just wants a one-off treatment, that would be it. 100%. And I remember going back to when I first had Mace and we went down to one wage and I was just like, oh my goodness, I can't afford my skincare and I want to go and get treatments. Well, when it was my birthday and people were like, what do you want? I was like, get me a voucher for
put money in.
Yeah, I want a moisturizer and it's $120. So can you all put in for it? And, that was what was important to me because I wanted, to
we
look
know
after.
what we're getting Renee for listeners.
So yeah, it would be dermapen. It is my favourite, and yes, I definitely think that is worth the investment for sure.
Well, I actually saw, because you did Kate's wedding skin, and I actually remember seeing that on your Instagram page. And I came into you and I was like, can you make me look like Kate for my wedding skin? And I did. You recommended different, a course of different facials and different and some dermapen treatments, and it's I just was glowing, mate.
Yeah, she's looking pretty good.
And it was you, so yeah, get your commission.
So guys, I've always been an influencer.
I'm a born influencer.
Oh, bless. Okay, getting rid of pigmentation from pregnancy permanently. Tell us what pigmentation is first if somebody doesn't have it.
Okay, cool.
That person's a bitch, by the way. Whoever doesn't have it, lucky.
Oh, yes. Well, there's lots of different types of pigmentation, but mostly the hormonal pigmentation is called melasma. So it's kind of like a mask of pigmentation, quite often across the forehead, along the upper lip, and can have that butterfly effect across the cheeks. And sometimes, if you're lucky, it can go by itself with hormones and after pregnancy. When you're treating pigmentation, it is a commitment for both myself as a skin therapist and the client. There's definitely no quick fix, and I would never tell anyone that I can get rid of it permanently. I'm really sorry. I know that's not what you wanted to hear. So if we go again dermapen, retinol, good active products, but you can literally never have your face feeling the heat of the sun ever again. Sounds very dramatic, but if you're feeling the burn of the sun on your face, it is kind of it's latching onto that pigmentation. So yeah, when you get that pigmentation burnt or in the sun, it comes out more, because it attracts to that darker pigmentation in your skin, and then it looks more uneven. So when you commit to treating your pigment, you can never go in the sun. Well,
So
your
get a
face
hat.
can never go in the sun.
Get a beautiful hat too.
Get a hat like that. You'll never see me like out in the summer without like just covering, because I've got melasma across my forehead since Jack's, and I'll always kind of cover it with the peak of my hat. And in the winter it looks so much better because it's not touching the sun as much. And then with your sunblock, again, I've said it on repeat, but it has to have a zinc in it, because a zinc is like a physical block and it repels the sun. So I would say go and get some advice on it from your skin specialist. Also looking at internals as well, like your essential fatty acids and things like that internally, LED light, dermapen, peels, but it is a commitment on both sides. You can't go and like, I guess, spend all this money or commit to something and then say, oh, I went to the beach and I forgot to take my sunblock. You know, like I can't stress that enough. I probably wouldn't even, if someone was like, oh, I want to do this, but I'm going to Fiji in a month, I'd be like, oh, well, let's just start when you get back.
Yeah.
You know? That's my answer.
Okay, next question. I am 35 with no skincare routine and I'm overwhelmed by suggestions from businesses.
Yeah, it is really niggly. Again, I kind of feel your pain on this one because I've kind of myself felt overwhelmed, gone into someone and they lay out all these products and they're like, you need this, this, this and this. So I do, again, recommend that you go and see someone, but be really honest. Be like, hey, look, I'm a mum. I have got this as my budget. I'm not going to probably put a serum and exfoliate 3 or 4 times a week. I just want to stick to the basics. So having that relationship and just don't feel ashamed about it. I would love if someone came into my salon and said that to me, because I'm like, okay, cool. I know where to go. Like I've got a great relationship with my clients now, and I'm like, I know that you love every single little itty bitty thing, so we can put you on everything. And then I've got another client and she's just like moisturizer and sunblock and that's it. So being honest when you step into a salon and telling them exactly what your expectations are and what your budget is. Otherwise, they will show you everything.
Yeah.
So I think honesty is key with that kind of stuff.
And if you're getting pressure from that person, it's probably not the right person, right?
Totally.
Because you shouldn't walk out feeling like shit.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm not
overwhelmed.
good enough. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Okay, so basic AM, PM routine and product recommendations for a busy mum who can't be fucked most of the time. Hey-oh.
Preach.
I like
Mother's
fully
rejoice.
laughed out loud when I read this, because I was like, this is actually still me. Like I've got all the products in my bathroom, but this is really key. So when you get to that time of night, so I would say AM routine, I don't feel like you have to wash your face every single morning if you've done it the night before.
Okay.
Put on your moisturizer, put on your sunblock or your makeup and off you go for the day. That I feel like can be easier. The nighttime routine is more important. If you put your kids to bed and sit down on the couch with your cup of tea to watch TV, nothing will happen after that. If you put your kids to bed and say, right, I'm going to go and take my vitamins and I'm going to go wash my face before I sit down, this is even key for me. I will never say that I don't wash my face at night, but I haven't at times when I'm just so tired. So making it your routine that as soon as the kids are in bed, whether you have a shower or wash your face, do your skincare routine then and then sit down on the couch, because it won't happen in between. Do you reckon that's a thing?
I shower at night, so
Not for you.
yeah, it's not for me. I shower at night because I like to be
Yeah, me too.
so fresh and so clean when I get into bed.
To sleep on my clean pillowcase.
So I would think if you're feeling like that, then that goes back to the 1 or 2 products. So get a pack of face cloths and get a really good moisturizer and make sure you do it before you get that really tiredness at night.
Can I ask you, what's the deal? Like, can you use baby wipes on your face to take your makeup off?
No. Please don't.
Great, tell us.
Just a hot water and a cloth is better.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Just a straight no.
Good.
I suppose there's probably preservatives on most baby wipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we've all got a pack of baby wipes handy. I'm like, is that good or bad?
What if you rinse a baby wipe?
Yep, you could do that, but a hot water, sure.
Just get the flannel out.
Flannel's so much easier.
Flannel, hat, clean pillowcase.
Flannel.
I'm into it. Okay, what products are great to help reduce eye wrinkles?
Yep, cool. So the skin around your eyes and down your neck and sometimes on the back of your hands are always the skin that shows the first signs of aging. The skin around your eyes do need like an eye cream or a specific product because it's thinner. The skin around your eyes is thinner than the rest of your face. And that's skinner. That's why you see your wrinkles. So I would invest in a really good eye cream or you start your Botox journey. If that's what you're about, there's, pros and cons, whether that's what you want to do. I'm all about it because Botox, for those that don't know, is injected into your skin and it stops those muscles from moving. Therefore, you don't see those fine lines. But on the other side is not actually doing anything for the skin. So doing that along with an eye cream that's supporting that skin and preventing those lines is key. And I would start with that if you haven't gone on your Botox journey yet or you're not interested in doing that.
Do you want to go straight to your local Botox recommendations or do you want to do the difference between?
Local. Yeah, we can do that.
Cool.
Honestly, for me with Botox, it kind of varies. I've been to a few different people that have come into the industry and gone out of the industry. I've seen another girl who has gone overseas now. I don't need like super amazing bedside manner. Like I just need kind of get in and get out, and because it is a cost thing as well, like around our area, I don't know what it's like in Auckland or Wellington, but Botox can vary per unit between like $13 to $22 a unit.
That's a lot, eh?
Yeah, it can be a big price. Like I could get like frown line, crow's feet and forehead for $600 versus $900, so I'm not always... It is a price thing for me as well to be what I can afford. So I actually put that back onto you guys. I would like a recommendation for a Botox nurse locally because, I don't I kind of just hear things through clients or someone's been somewhere and then I can recommend my clients as well. So if anyone's getting Botox locally, I'd like to know who you're seeing and how much it is per area or per unit and how they charge. So then I can recommend my clients to that as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of influence about Botox out there, and I just want everybody to know it's a choice, right?
Totally.
If it's going to make you feel good, go get it done. If you want to show that you're laughing a lot and you have some beautiful little lines to show for it, like own that too.
Totally.
It's all good. So yeah, don't feel like because everybody on Instagram gets Botox, you have to get Botox. You're beautiful, babes.
Totally.
Can you get a
beautiful the
Botox
way you
filter
are.
as well? That seems a lot.
Not in real life.
Solutions and products for redness and uneven skin tone.
Yeah, cool. That's a really good question too. I like to, so this again to, how do you know that, what makes you say that you've got sensitive skin? So this is like a consult that kind of needs to happen as well. It could go to like inflammatory foods. There could be something more underlying there. So when someone says that they've got a sensitive skin, I kind of need to like digest that a little bit more and find out some more information.
Yep.
Vitamin B and B3 are really, really good for uneven skin tone and sensitive skins. But again, I like to go back to your phases, calm and soothe, and then heal and strengthen. So that's kind of how I treat a skin when they come in like that. And that's like acne, perioral dermatitis, sensitivity. You kind of have to see it and figure it out. And I always say slow and steady wins the race, like it's nothing that's going to happen overnight.
Unless it's a marathon and Renee's running.
And I want to win.
Oh, there's one last one. I have super sensitive skin but want anti-aging help. Gentle anti-aging products, please.
Yeah, that probably rolls into the next question, the previous question as well, is working on rebuilding and repairing your skin, treating that first, and then moving on to your anti-aging products as well. So there are products that can definitely do both, but if that is your main skincare concern, that can be treated and it doesn't take long, and then you can move into your anti-aging treatments and products as well, professional treatments and products as well.
I remember before my wedding when I came to see you and I just kept going like, oh, I'm such a yuck bitch. And I'm like, oh, my skin's so
So
wrinkly
yuck.
and I'm
Nothing's
getting, like,
changed in the way that you talk.
I wasn't like a young bride either. So I was like, I was conscious that I looked like an old
Well, you didn't.
hag.
Yeah, okay,
But
Kate's
it's funny
been in
because-
Together Journal. I don't think that they would put you in there if you were a what?
Old hag.
It was the old edition.
But this is the thing. Like, you look at yourself in the mirror and you are the most critical of your
Yes.
skin, right? Nobody looks at you and thinks, Jesus, crow's feet,
a
doll.
Ew.
Nobody does that. So you are probably not having enough sleep, not drinking enough water, all of those things. You're not a real ugly person. You're stunning and
Who are you talking to?
beautiful. I'm talking to the listeners. But do you know, like, you are going to be the most critical of your skin out of anybody. And you're probably like, you think, oh my God, I'm aging and I've got all these wrinkles and it's so terrible. Your husband still looks at you and he wants to bone you. Don't even worry, like everyone still,
Yes, he does.
still looks at you and thinks like you are a honey. So don't go into it thinking like, I need a miracle treatment, I'm aging, go into it thinking this is a long game. I want some like professional advice and just find someone you trust and just get the right advice, which is what we obviously do with you, Renee. Like, you're the whole region. The trusted person. So
that's valid. Thank you, Kate, because I think it's really nice to hear that sometimes. And I definitely say that when people come in too and they're like, I've got acne and I've got like 3 pimples. And I'm like, okay, I know it might feel like that and it feels worse and I value that, but let's sort it out. So when we decided to do this chat, I contacted a really awesome skincare range that I have in the salon called Juvenate, and it's a New Zealand range, and they've agreed to provide 3 skincare products, professional skincare products, as a giveaway for us. And I'm offering a free online skin consult to give away with the 3 products to one of our listeners.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can we win? 1, 2, 3. No, I'm kidding. Sam's like 4.
Just give them to me.
So we're going to do that when we release this podcast. So
Amazing. Thanks, Juvenate. Thanks, Renee.
And I love Juvenate. Juvenate's my favourite range. It's New Zealand made and it's a really beautiful, wholesome product. So
And that bee serum that you gave us, holy. Like, it's actually, I would say nothing if it did nothing, but it actually, the amount of compliments I've had even without wearing makeup. What's on your skin?
Can we please specify that this is not a paid sponsor?
Oh, it's actually
Absolutely
not a paid sponsor. I've actually been using Juvenate for years, so I'm into it.
yeah.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. So thanks so much, Renee. That was really helpful, and actually both Gina and I learned quite a lot from this.
Yeah, I'll be watching
and I
back.
should know. I should know because I'm your friend and I should know this. Yeah. So the takeaways, let's just lock all that into some clear advice. So wash your pillowcase. Check. Wear a hat. Use a flannel. Wear sunblock with a zinc. Work on your internal health. Sleep if you can. Drink water. Get a consult and start your journey. Prioritize your
Your skin.
health. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Start your journey today.
Start your journey today. Oh, and the other thing, don't be influenced. Like, stop looking at all the stuff.
Find one.
Because it ain't for you, or it might not be for you.
Yeah.
So just block out the noise. Go and see a true professional.
Discuss your budget.
Discuss your
expectations.
I think that is really key. Yeah.
I love that about you. I love that you're like, I'm your poor friend and you.
It's just reality, you know.
Yeah.
Like I never ever does someone come in and I'm like, line it up. You need all of this because it's just not real. It's not fair. And I've had that done to me, and I'm like, I can't afford this.
Yeah.
But I feel too stink to say that.
Yeah.
Like, just be straight up from the start. And
it's hard because when you're older, that's probably the time where you do have that kind of money to spend as well. And then it's like too late.
no, it's never too late.
Awesome.
Cool. And then do we want to run through some feel good feedback from that we've had through?
Yeah, we got, again, really cool ones before we were filming. We actually got these through last night. So this one was from, now I'm not sure because it's either Mari or it's Marie, Marie. My mum is Marie, she's Mari. So anyway, long story short, sorry if I get your name wrong. Love you. Still love you. Hey gals, my husband always has listened to podcasts and told me the other day I should give it a go. So randomly you guys popped up on my Insta and I've smashed out the last 3 episodes in 2 days. So enjoying your content. So relatable. Literally, just like listening to my friends chat, which I feel I definitely don't get enough of with being consumed with babies. Really enjoying listening to you guys on my walks. I'm a mum of a 4-year-old and 9-month-old twins and feel like, yikes. And feel like maybe I'm slowly coming out of the trenches, to be confirmed, and definitely have been rethinking my personal style lately. So absolutely loving hearing your ideas on this, and to almost feel like you've given me permission to stock up on Anina Bing.
Sorry, husband's like, oops. Why did I tell her to listen to podcasts?
I know, whoopsies. So thanks. Looking forward to all your upcoming episodes. So thank you so much.
That's cool. I love that.
And I did message her back and say, hey, look, we ain't taking the rap for your credit card bill. We got another one from Catherine, and she messaged us saying, I don't even have kids and your show is fucking fire.
I love her.
We were like, cool. But she jealous. She then went,
no, I'm kidding.
I messaged her back and said, we're really grateful to have you here and thanks so much. And she said, you're giving me insight to what my tired mum friends don't have the energy to say. So thank you. Can't wait for this week's lols and knowledge. Have a humptastic Wednesday. So soz to let you down, but the next one's really tragic that you're going to hear. So the release of the one that's, we're one ahead of you guys. So the one that she's going to listen to next is the sad one.
EP4.
Yeah, episode 4. Yeah. So
Those are so cool.
yeah, but we honestly. Then there's another one here from a girl, Danielle D. She knows. She lives in town. She knows. And it's always really weird for us when we get feedback like this from people that we kind of know, and they're like, oh my God, I know everything you're talking about and who you're talking about and where it is, you know. You're like, oh yeah, we forget, we forget that it's not just strangers listening that we can be really anonymous with. But she was like, binge the podcast at the weekend, big ups ladies, bloody love that you're out there doing this and that I know who and where you are referencing half the time.
Creepy.
That's really good. She said, you're doing a great thing reminding us that we are all evolving as women, especially after having kids. And then I love this part. She was like, love the potty mouths. As a mum who should really tone down the swearing. Love the hobby chat. She put in brackets, started rusty rackets last week, which I'm assuming is tennis. A friend, a friend told me to think of it. A friend told me to think of it as investing in my retirement. Do you really want to play golf? And I was like, no, I don't. And totally here for a chat about the importance of mates and connection. Can't fucking beat good friends. Love your work. So yeah,
Thanks,
again, epic feedback. The thing is, you guys, like, we know how busy you are. We get it. And so for you to take time out of your busy schedules and sit down and find us on Instagram and send us a message and type that thing out, like we are just really appreciative of it. So thank you so much. It's really sometimes quite an effort to do something like that. And,
we appreciate
we
it.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's really cool for us. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are done.
Finally.
So glad that's
Thanks, Renee. That was amazing.
Blimmin' champ.
Epic information.
Yeah.
Can we do that one again?
Yes.
There it is.
double
Yes.
slap.
Good.
I love skincare.
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak.